FDA Commissioner Robert Califf.
These proposed product standards, if finalized, would represent a public health victory, helping significantly reduce youth initiation and increase the chances that current smokers quit.
Menthol makes up more than a third of cigarettes sold in the U.S. Moderna wants the FDA to authorize its COVID vaccine for kids under 6. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
What we know about these vaccines, though, is that what they're really good at is protecting against serious illness.
A former Minneapolis cop is now appealing his conviction of killing George Floyd. Here's CBS's Jennifer Kuiper.
Derek Chauvin says, among other things, the jury in his case was intimidated by ongoing, sometimes violent protests and prejudiced by excessive pretrial publicity. So he's asking the Minnesota Court of Appeals to reverse his conviction, reverse and remand for a new trial in a new venue, or order a resentencing. Minnesota's Attorney General has 45 days to respond to Chauvin's brief.
He's currently serving a 22-and-a-half-year sentence. A man charged with killing 18 older women around Dallas has been found guilty of capital murder in one of those cases. Prosecutors say he followed a woman home from Walmart, smothered, and robbed her in 2018. Oklahoma has passed a new Texas-style abortion bill.
The abortion bill, approved by both branches of the Oklahoma legislature, would essentially prohibit the procedure after around 6 weeks of pregnancy. It would ban abortions once cardiac activity can be detected in the fetus. That usually occurs after a month and a half. Once the governor signs the bill, the law will take effect immediately.
CBS's Steve Futterman. Police in Connecticut showed their support for a little boy that was severely burned by bullies.
It's been a lot, just watching him in this pain, and it's really been tough. All he wants to do is go outside and play, and he's asking, when can I go out and play again? Can't give an honest answer.
The boy's dad says the kids were lighting objects on fire and threw one at his face. This is CBS News.
Dell Technologies advisors are here with the right Windows PC and tech solutions so you can stop at nothing for your customers. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. And in order to maneuver it, you need an expert by your side. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PC and tech solutions you need to help you get out in front and stay ahead of the game. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy.
Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 5/28. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. Fire damaged 2 units at an Iowa City mobile home park Wednesday night. According to a news release from the city of Iowa City, the Iowa City Fire Department was called to a structure fire at the Kohl's manufactured housing community on South Riverside Drive at 6:16 p.m. Firefighters arrived on the scene 7 minutes after being dispatched and encountered a large fire in Unit 46, which had also spread to Unit 45. The occupants of Unit 46 were able to escape the structure. Crews searched Unit 45 for occupants and confirmed it was unoccupied. Both fires were brought under control at 7 p.m. The total loss to both units is estimated at $60,000. The cause of the fire is under investigation. One firefighter was injured and treated and released by the Johnson County Ambulance Service at the scene. 2 pets remain unaccounted for. No other injuries were reported. A total of 25 Iowa City Fire Department personnel responded. The fire department was assisted at the scene by the Johnson County Ambulance Service, Hills Fire Department, and Mid-American Energy. The Solon, North Liberty, Coralville, and West Branch Fire Departments responded to Iowa City calls for service during the incident. A Texas woman was arrested Tuesday afternoon after allegedly taking a car with stolen plates to a Coralville credit union to cash a stolen check using the person's stolen ID. According to Coralville Police, 34-year-old Sarah Reed of Arlington, Texas, drove to the Veridian Credit Union branch on the Coralville Strip Tuesday afternoon around 3:40. She was operating a 2022 Infiniti that surveillance video shows had plates on it that had been reported stolen to University of Iowa police earlier that day. Reed was called in by staff at the credit union, stating she was trying to cash a check exceeding $750 in someone else's name, using that person's stolen ID as her own. Reed was located and arrested. She's been charged with third-degree fraudulent practice, 2 counts of fifth-degree theft, unlawful use of a license, and improper use of registration. If convicted on all counts, Reed could be sentenced to over 2 years in jail. A Clinton woman being treated at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics was arrested on a warrant stemming from the alleged assault of 2 staffers after becoming upset about her food. Police say the incidents occurred late Tuesday afternoon. 40-year-old Liberty Holland reportedly confronted a nursing assistant who came out of her office to address a commotion caused by Holland's yelling. She allegedly wrapped her hands around the assistant's throat and squeezed, causing pain and redness to the assistant's neck. Holland is also accused of scratching the assistant's left palm, causing bleeding, and attempting to bite her. Holland also reportedly grabbed a charge nurse around the throat during the incident. The woman's physician told officers Holland knows what she's doing when she assaults and chokes someone, and knows that it's wrong. A warrant was issued that night, and Holland was arrested Wednesday afternoon. She's charged with 2 counts of assault on persons in certain occupations causing injury, and could be sentenced to up to 4 years in jail if convicted on both counts. In sports, Iowa men's basketball center Josh Agundale has announced he will return to the program. The sophomore made the announcement with a hype video on his Twitter account Thursday afternoon. Agundale had been in the transfer portal, which he announced he was entering on March 30th. He averaged 1.5 points and 1.3 rebounds, playing less than 5 minutes per game last season. Pat Hardy will break down what Agundale's return will mean to the Iowa men's basketball program Friday morning at 9 on the HawkFanatic.com segment, right here on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. With KCJJ News, I'm Tommy Lang.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply, kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
With a look at your forecast, I'm meteorologist Ashley O'Connor. Cloudy skies tonight, breezy with isolated rain showers and low temps in the mid-40s. Cloudy and breezy tomorrow with scattered rain, warmer with highs in the lower 60s. Rain on Saturday with a high near 70 degrees. We'll have cloudy skies on Sunday, cooler with highs in the upper 50s. Remaining cloudy on Monday with a high near 60. That's weather on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now, it's 62 degrees.
1630 KCJJ. It is now time for Molly Suter and the other girl. Hello, other girl.
Hello, Molly Suter.
Hello. What's up?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Not a lot.
It hasn't been too long. It's only been, 2 weeks?
Probably, yeah. It's not our longest hiatus.
No.
But
No.
a lot can happen in 2 weeks.
Not really. Not with me.
Nor me.
I have not gotten married yet.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
I mean, are you planning to? Is there
No.
something you need to tell me?
With, Tinder. That's next.
Yes. I mean, I know people who've gotten married through Tinder. I mean, not through Tinder, but like they met
on
Tinder, yeah.
Or on dating sites in general, but yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I was gonna post the link to Twitter, but now we're on air now. So
Are we still gonna do Twitter when Elon Musk takes over?
I mean, we're still at Facebook after all the stuff that happened with Mark Zuckerberg, so
That's true.
I think if we're going to have to draw the line at one greedy billionaire, we have to draw the line at every greedy billionaire.
I guess I don't understand what's going on with that anyway.
So Elon Musk is buying Twitter for $44
billion?
Billion?
I think there was a B in there.
Yeah, I think there's a B in there. Yeah. Which I think is not a good business plan. I wouldn't buy Twitter for $44 billion.
I mean...
I don't...
I mean, maybe in 5 years he'll be broke. who knows?
I don't follow him, but like I've seen people like retweet him and things. And I don't think he knows what he's gonna do with it. I think he has ideas, but he's not gonna achieve them. It's like, okay, so I don't know if you guys know about Tumblr. There was a site, and it still exists, and it's still like it's pretty successful as far as I know. But I was on Tumblr in the early 2010s. It was like you could share things you love. It was like art, blogging. For me, I used it for fandom stuff, so like posting about Doctor Who and all those other nerdy things. And so Yahoo bought it for like an obscene amount of money, and then like they made a lot of changes that people weren't happy about, and then they devalued the platform by somehow, like, a lot of people left, and so it wasn't as lucrative, and then they had to sell it to, I think, WordPress for significantly less than they bought it. So I feel like Twitter might be on its way out anyway, just because of the cycle of social media like that.
Maybe, yeah.
And so this is probably not a wise decision on Elon's part, and I feel like a lot of people would leave.
I mean,
it's probably the final straw for some people.
Did you ever watch the movie The Jerk a long time ago?
A long
time ago.
No, a long time ago I watched it.
It kind of reminds me of that when he got money. He like just bought a lot of really stupid things.
Right. Well, I don't remember the plot of The Jerk that well.
He became a millionaire overnight, and then him and his wife bought like so many stupid things. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember what they all were, but
he's not just a millionaire. He's the richest man in the world. He's a billionaire.
Well, no, isn't he the one that the ex-girlfriend was saying that, or ex-wife was saying that he lives like a pauper anyway? Like he doesn't live like he's a billionaire. Like he lives very cheaply. Like he's cheap.
Yeah.
He's not like...
He's not living in like a gold
and not
mansion.
In a good way. Not in a, hey, that's so cute. He saved some money. And like doesn't buy his wife presents kind of cheap. Yeah. That kind of thing.
Also, like, as far as I know, he doesn't really keep up with a lot of his kids. He has a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He seems like a sweetheart.
Oh, really?
I mean, I've seen pictures of him. Why are people... he's a millionaire.
He's a
he just doesn't seem like his personality's all that great either.
He's a billionaire. It's a difference. There's a difference. $1 billion is a lot more than $1 million, and I don't feel like a lot of people like can conceptualize that. I have a hard time conceptualizing that, but it's a huge difference. No, he doesn't seem like a good person at all.
No. I guess I don't use Twitter anyway, so I guess it doesn't really bother me.
I do. I like it, but I feel like if it were suddenly gone tomorrow, I wouldn't be so upset about it. The thing is, Twitter is less personal for me. It's more of like I just follow what everyone else is saying. But when a lot of people left Facebook, and I understand why they did, but for me, it's been my number one social media since 2007, and that was when I was 14.
Right.
And so a lot of, like, all of my adult life and then a lot of my childhood is still on Facebook. Like, I still have, like, photographic evidence. I still have posts I made. I still have all these things. It's like an archive to, like, the person I used to be. And so it's a really nice resource to have. And so I have a lot of pictures on there. And so if I need a picture of me when I was, like, 17, I can go back on Facebook and look at it. So if that were to suddenly go away, I would be a little sad because you would lose all that personal data. But for me, Twitter's just not that. If Twitter like became devalued, I would probably go back to Tumblr, honestly. I miss Tumblr.
My kids were in Tumblr. Like my daughter would always refer to something looking Tumblr. Like it was like a design aesthetic or whatever that she would see on.
Is that the
Tumblr.
oldest then?
Yeah.
I imagine, yeah. Yeah, I was in college at like the heyday, the height of Tumblr, and most of the users were like high schoolers.
Right.
So that makes sense that your daughter was on it.
And now she's TikTok.
Yeah, oh, I love TikTok.
Yeah, occasionally Facebook, but not. And she's on Snapchat, but not very often. And the youngest is, I think she only uses Snapchat.
I feel like Snapchat is in a league of its own just because its design It's like, it's just Instagram stories, but for a fleeting moment.
Right.
It's I don't think it's comparable to Facebook or Twitter or whatever. I think
because you can't see anything.
Well, right.
After 30 seconds or whatever.
I mean, you can save things to memories and it pops up. Like, a year ago today, you were crying to Taylor Swift or something.
And you let everyone on Snapchat know.
I never do that, by the way. It's just I've seen those kind of things.
Literally only use it to keep track of my kids because they have
Right.
their location on for me. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I have my location on too, but...
Oh, I can see you every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Molly's at home.
Wait, I see you too, and I'm like, oh, Cindy's at work! No, but I love doing that. I love looking at Snap Map and looking at my friends, because I have, like, international friends, and I can see them, like, I'm like, oh, you're sleeping in Norway!
Snapchat does the cute little things. When it's raining, it'll have you, like, with a little umbrella. Or if it's your birthday, it'll have, like, the birthday
Party
stuff.
hat.
Yeah.
If,
it's cute.
If you're sleeping, you'll be sleeping in like a lazy boy chair. No, and if you're driving, it puts you in a little car.
Yeah.
It's so cute. No, and I think I've told the story before, but I'm gonna do it again just because it's a cute story and I think it's funny. So you just said Snapchat makes your little avatar wear a party hat.
Yeah.
And so one time I was out here, and if you know where this station is, it's in like the middle of a cornfield. And so my friends will see me on Snap Map, and like I'll just be in the middle of nowhere. And on my birthday, it was me holding a balloon with a party hat in the middle of a field, and it was so funny. I got like 3 of the same screenshot, and they're like,
Where
what
are you
doing? And I'm like, I'm celebrating my birthday at work.
This is Iowa. We're all in the middle of a field.
Right. No, my friend from Norway used to think that, because I'm here so often, she thought this was my house, that I just lived in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, that would be reinforcing an Iowa stereotype, or like a country American stereotype that she has in her head already.
That's cute.
By the way, my birthday is on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old?
I'll be 29.
Not even 30 yet.
No, I'm not even 30.
Oh, you're a baby still.
I know I'm a baby.
It all goes downhill after 30, so you have one more good year.
Oh, really? I
No,
thought
not really.
I thought it all goes downhill after 25.
No.
Oh.
It never really goes downhill unless you let it, I think.
Oh, that's surprisingly optimistic for you.
I mean,
Cindy.
I like being 50, I think. It was a shock, but...
You know what? I was, because I have 2 friends. I have multiple friends that are also going to turn 21 this year. 21. 29. Well, 29 this year. One who has her birthday 5 days after mine. And so we were talking, and we were like, how did we get so old? Blah, 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 blah. But also I was like, I'm talking to my parents, and they both have told me that they still feel about 35.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I'm just never going to feel like my age.
Well, until their daughter turns 29. And then they're like, oh, wait.
No, exactly. My dad's like, apparently said to my sister unprompted a few weeks ago, Molly's not turning 29 in a few weeks. But I am, Dad. I am. In what? 2 days? No. 3 days? Math is hard. Counting is hard.
And a couple days. Couple days covers everything.
A couple of days. Yes. I'll be 29. I have a massage booked for myself.
Ooh.
I am
like
excited.
A regular massage? Or are you doing like the hot stone? Or
Oh, it's just a regular massage. Although I will tell them because usually they'll be like, oh, tell me if this is too much pressure. I feel like I need to be steamrolled. So I'm going to tell them, like, just as hard as you can.
I'll say that's what she said.
Yes, but I need a steamroller to roll it for my back.
Isn't there's like a shiatsu massage that's supposed to be really brutal?
Ooh.
I think is what I've heard. I don't know. I don't ever do massages.
No, I think I'm doing a Swedish massage, but I'm going to be like, just because I need it.
Tear me up.
Because I got new Okay, so a few months ago, I got new pillows, And they've just really messed up my neck. Because I'm used to sleeping on, like, really thin pillows, and these are, like, thicker than usual. And so ever since then, my neck just, like, is messed up a little bit. And so...
Well, you know what I found out?
What?
If you don't like your pillows, you can buy other ones.
Whoa.
I know. You
What?
don't have to be stuck with the pillows that you don't like.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay another
I know.
$20 for
Did you get
pillows.
those never stay flat or never go flat pillows from
Okay, but
Target?
The problem is I like flat pillows. I think that was the
Well, these are like they never go flat, but they're not like I have a couple pillows that are just way too hard. They're too hard. They don't ever.
For me, that like mine are just too. I'm working on breaking them in, obviously, because I've been sleeping on them for months. But like they're just too high. You know, they're just like voluminous.
For your birthday, get yourself another set of pillows. How about that?
I'm already treating myself to the massage.
Pillows aren't. I guess they can be expensive if you go crazy, but
I mean,
I go to Target and spend like $20.
You can buy cheap $5 pillows, and I did, but like.
Oh wait, you only spent $5 on those pillows, and
No.
you're not going to replace them?
No.
Oh.
So what happened was there's a bin for $5 pillows, and there was a bin for $20 pillows. And so what I did was I bought one of the $5 pillow and one of the $20 pillow. And you know what? I can't tell the difference.
I did that at Costco. I got like one that was like, like $10 more than the other set.
Yeah.
I don't like either of them actually. I really like the never go flat ones.
I like my old pillows. I just thought I needed to replace them because I had the old pillows for a while. That's why I liked them so much, because like I had them forever. But yeah, now that I slept on my neck wrong, and now it sometimes cracks.
Oh, you know what that might also be?
What?
Getting old.
Yeah, I'm almost 29, Cindy.
I mean, when the older you
getting
get,
old.
the harder it is to not injure yourself when you're sleeping.
Exactly. That's why I said I thought it goes downhill after 25.
I mean, that's the bad part.
I also gained 20 pounds after I turned 25, and that's a story that I keep hearing repeating itself. Like I told people that, like older people that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too."
I remember when I hit about 25, I started gaining weight because I was
not 20,
not drinking.
Not,
that was part of it.
Oh well.
But and part of that's age, and part of that's you're not metabolizing as quickly as maybe.
Right. 25 is.
And then I just, eat more.
However, 25 is when your frontal lobes are fully developed, and that controls decision making. That's why young people are so impulsive, because their frontal lobes are not developed.
Oh, so I only have a couple more years on my daughter. Okay, good. Anyway, we can speed that along.
Both of them aren't 25 yet, right?
No. The youngest is going to be 19, which I can't believe.
Oh my gosh.
And the oldest is going to be 22 in August.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought, around there, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, see, that's what makes me feel old. And when I tell my dad that, he's like, well, think about having a kid that's 50. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've already established you're old, Dad.
I feel like it's really going to hit my parents when I turn 30. They're going to be like...
It is. As a parent, it's weird when they hit the milestones.
I'm sure it is.
Like this last year, I was 50. We had a 50, 18, 21.
Oh my gosh. Wow,
I know.
That's quite a year. Actually, well, it's the same in the kids' position too. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my parents were. I remember when my dad turned 50, and now he's 70, and I can't believe it.
And when you were a kid, you thought, "Oh, 50, that's really old."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I used to think like, "Oh, my parents are so old. They're so adult," and like they are, but like. To me now, I mean, they are adults. I see them as like, they're still my parents, but I see them as fellow adults now, instead of these like untouchable forces that all-knowing beings like you do when you're a kid, So like the perspective just kind of changed.
Well, I think parents are good at faking kids out.
I'm sure.
By letting them think that they know everything. And then when you become a parent or an adult, you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, the kids don't know any different. And yeah, I think that most adults are just faking it all the time.
Because I'm 50 and I still am like, when I grow up, I want to do this. You know, like,
yeah.
I'm...
And you know what? There's a comfort in that. Because I'm still kind of like, what do I want to do with my life when I grow up? And I'm like, I'm grown up. Yeah. This is what I'm doing.
But people do change at 50. I mean,
I'm sure.
Who's that gal that won an Oscar and she like didn't start acting until she was like 45?
I don't know.
She was in Misery.
Kathy Bates?
Yes. Like
really?
She didn't start acting until she was...
I didn't know that.
Like, typically too old to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
typically.
Because I think that was like one of her first roles.
No, I think that's the narrative is just like, if you want to get into anything and do it well, you have to get into it while you're young.
Kid, yeah.
While you're young and while you're still impressionable and malleable, and we can set the precedent for you to be overworked all the time.
Yeah. Do you follow the gal who she's started skateboarding when she was 42 so she could hang out with her kids?
No. I love that.
I had been following her anyway because, you know, it obviously felt, you know, is kind of in my interest, I think, because of her age and what she does, and it's fun to watch her learn. She got interviewed by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh?
And I think it was in person. And
awesome.
I went, okay, where can I buy a skateboard?
I want to meet Ryan Reynolds.
I know. Like, I could on a skateboard and try to learn how to skateboard. I have to do something more, though. So now I have to, like, figure out how to...
You know what's funny? Or not funny, but interesting, I think, is I didn't learn how to ride a bike without training wheels until I was almost 12 years old. And it's because something to do with my learning disability, just the balance is a hard thing to do. And so I feel like I know how to ride a bike now, but I feel like it would take me so long to do a skateboard because of the balance thing.
I'd be afraid to.
Yeah.
Like, I just ran into somebody who, I think she's a little bit younger than me, but she's mom age, you know? Broke her arm. Roller skating.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Oh, I used to have roller skates. I like those.
And she said she was having fun until she fell, and then she, like, fell wrong and...
Exactly. Now that I'm almost 29 and I'm old, that would be scary to fall.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not like that old. I feel like I'd be okay if I fell, but
I mean, my thing is like, I have health insurance, so it wouldn't be that bad financially, but man, it would kind of suck to.
It's higher stakes for sure. Like the older you get with things like that.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you can fall down and bounce right back up. Like,
well, yeah.
There's like their bones are jelly. Like it's.
But I still broke an arm when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But.
I never broke a limb, mostly because I wasn't outside that much. I mean, I do have memories of, like, you know, roaming around outside playing with the neighborhood kids. But I also was very lazy, and I just liked staying inside and playing video games or watching TV or something, just like now.
In my day, we didn't have those video games. We had to go outside.
But I never broke a limb, but I did get poison ivy.
I've never gotten poison ivy.
Falling off a log because my friend didn't help me across. Yeah. Yeah. He was kind of a wimp.
That's no friend.
I mean,
unless he pushed you.
No, he did not push me. Okay. Although he was a boy, so there was rough housing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Otherwise, but not in that instance. Not in that instance.
I don't think I've ever gotten poison ivy or any of the oaks or anything.
I've only gotten poison ivy once, and that was it.
I don't know that I could tell. Like, when I was in Girl Scouts, I remember they kept pointing out, like, that's poison ivy, and I'm like,
it has kind of.
It looks like all the other plants to me, but
it has kind of like a red stem,
and it has like 5 points to the leaf or something. There's something to do with the leaf. I don't know. I would just rather like touch everything and figure it out that way. I'm not very good with nature.
I like nature. I do.
But you like to be nature adjacent, or do you like to be in the thick of the woods without a trail.
Oh, I like trails.
Yeah, I like a trail. I prefer to
like
have
a
it
trail.
paved, but I will go off into
I like a dirt trail.
There's a fun, I mean,
I like a dirt trail.
out by Terry Trueblood. I don't know if it's still there, but there's that little trail that kind of goes off to the side. I went, it was like, that was a big deal for me to go down that a couple years ago.
Off to the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. Although the paved is nice as well.
Yeah.
It's better for jogging. But if you're just walking, like, I like the dirt. But I don't like it when I'm, excuse me, I don't like it when I'm trying to jog, just because, like, there's a lot of twigs and sticks and rocks and stuff I can, like, roll my ankle on. I don't want to do that.
I don't jog, but I also get lost pretty easily. I went that same area, but if you start at where the animal center is, that back path, there's like a path that goes straight.
Yeah.
You can go off to the left and there's sidewalk and it goes to Terry Trueblood eventually. Or you can kind of go straight and there's this like kind of like, it looks like a dirt road almost. That goes into the woods and you're like in the middle of the woods. Like there's paths, but they're all kind of, it took me a while to get out of there. Moose and I were there and ended up with ticks everywhere and it was horrible. But
I haven't had a tick since I was a kid.
I was picking ticks off of me and I was like, looking, you know, if you ever tried looking for a tick on a dog, like it does not.
Oh my gosh.
That was a panic.
Yeah, I can imagine that's harder to do.
Yeah, so now I'm going to try to plan my trail walking.
One time there was a tick on top of my head. And I remember in 6th grade I was like feeling my head. I could feel it. And like usually you can't just pick them off because they're really latched on there, but I was determined. So I ripped it off my head and I threw it in the trash, and I realized that's not how you dispose of it. It probably went on some other kid's head.
Well, I mean, I flushed all the ones that I found on my body.
Yeah.
None of them had taken root, really, on my body.
You're supposed to either burn them or flush them.
But I also am like, I think I've picked them off and, like, the heads have been, you know, like, removed in my, like, I'm still here. I didn't die.
I feel like the concern isn't death. The concern is Lyme disease, because that's what ticks carry, and I think ticks carry other things too. So,
and
that's
maybe
the
infection
concern.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's the concern. Not that it's gonna suck all of your blood like a vampire.
Like I end up, you know, missing a limb because I didn't take the tick head out of my.
I don't think. I mean, I actually don't know the ramifications of Lyme disease.
I know a couple
happen?
of people. Yeah, I know. I think 2 people that. One person I think caught it in time, and another person hasn't. And she's just like tired all the time, and it kind of crops up, and it never really goes away.
That sucks.
Yeah, yeah. But like if you get a tick bite, you're supposed to look for that. I think it's like a bullseye thing that comes out. Like if you see a red ring around where the tick bite was, get yourself to a doctor.
Oh, noted.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, I wonder if that happened with the one on my head, but I'm still here.
You are. I think you'd know if you had Lyme disease.
Thriving.
And you didn't become a superhero.
No, I think that's a spider, not a tick.
No, there is a tick superhero.
Really?
Yes.
Who?
The Tick.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't really know all the details.
I don't either. There's no one in our chat room. Is it because we're not talking about Tinder? I mean, we can. Anyway, if you're not aware, we have a chat room. You can see me and Cindy in the studio, mostly the back of Cindy's head, and me off in the distance, but not really, which is how I like it. And so, you go to YouTube and you search the mighty 1630 KCJJ, and we have a chat room. And you can participate in it if you want. And if you want to comment on anything that we're saying, or if you have a question or something you want us to talk about, 319-358-1630 is the number that you call.
And you can message me on Facebook or the page on Facebook.
Yeah, the Molly Suter and the Other Girl Facebook page. But do not message me, my personal account.
Because Molly doesn't like you.
Or I'm just trying to keep private and public, like, separate, you know?
Oh, I mish it all together.
And that's only for Facebook, honestly. I don't And TikTok. I don't want you to follow me on TikTok, but I don't care if you follow me on Instagram, and I don't care whether or not you follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, just not Facebook or TikTok.
There's so many rules.
Well, for TikTok, I post kind of.
Well, I might be a social
stuff.
media slut. We'll just say that, okay? Molly has like standards. You're a high value social media person.
Oh,
as the male podcasters would say.
No, I'm a woman. The male podcasters don't like me.
They like high value women, is what I've heard.
I'm not a high value woman. according to these alpha males with the podcasts, I'm not a high value woman.
Oh, you've never been married. You don't have children.
Yeah, but I'm also, they don't like it when women
have opinions,
are loud or have opinions, and I have both.
Have you caught any of the women that are popping up on TikTok? I'm catching it as a stitch. And there's one woman's like, men don't like women who are loud.
Yes.
I'm like,
well, they don't.
Well,
they want you to be quiet. Or at least I have to give a disclaimer for the men listening. I know it's not all of, I know it's not all of you, just most of you. Just most of you. And if you're listening to this thinking, oh, that's not me, tell your friends, because it is them.
Well, I would like to think that men listening to us talk, to women talk on the radio,
you would think that they were not like that, but I don't know.
Unless they're listening just so that they can like make fun of us later.
I mean,
that could be.
That could be. I mean, do you think? Whatever.
I mean,
we make fun of you. It's fair.
That's true.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I've seen those stitches. I haven't seen the original one pop up yet, but a lot of the stitches are so funny. It's like, okay, ladies, you know what to do. It's time to be loud as you possibly can. It's time to scream.
I mean, I can't help it. My voice is very loud.
Oh, my voice, it carries.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
Yeah.
Especially if I've been drinking.
I don't drink, but
I know.
I don't have an excuse. I'm just loud.
You don't have to have an excuse. I think women should be loud. Women should be loud.
Yes.
Louder. Loudest.
Make our voices heard.
Yes.
I mean, I could give updates on Tinder.
You could. Why don't you?
All right, so the big news.
What's the big news?
I let you know this already.
You're
the
getting
guy
married.
the guy that I was like, oh, this is a really smart profile. And then when I right swiped, there was no match.
Right.
He matched the next morning.
I told you that happens.
Yes.
Not everyone is on the same swiping schedule.
Right. And he sent me a message, and I'm not going to read, obviously, the message, but he made some comment about how he mentioned the radio that I mentioned on my thing.
Right.
And he's like, well, something about the radio, and that maybe you just said that so that you could, like, get rid of all the a-holes.
Oh.
And I said, oh,
no. A deterrent. Nope.
So I responded with, I literally swiped right on you live on air last night. And he hasn't responded.
I think that's funny that he thinks it was a deterrent.
Well, I think he's leaving that open for like a, that's a possibility. Which it is. I think some people put things on their profile just to kind of weed people out.
Yeah. A lot of people use it. I mean, before all those features popped up, like the politics filter, or like the causes filter, or like the smoking filter, drinking, whatever, on all these sites. Like, that was what it was for. Like, bios, you would put at least something in there, like, I don't drink, swipe left if you drink, or whatever. Yeah. Something like that. And it still does. Like, if you're a liberal, swipe left.
Yeah. And then the guy that was, that we were so excited about because he was like all over the place.
Right.
Are we still matched?
I mean, there's a lot of people like that.
He was the one that was like, oh, here he is. So he has not unmatched me, but he's the one that was like, he likes to take long walks, mountains, dirt, soil. He was the one that was all over the place. We matched that night, but he has not messaged me.
Sad.
Yeah, and then there's one guy that I'm actually talking actively with. So.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. And I invited him to listen to the show. And I'm like, if you want to know exactly why I swiped right on you, listen to the show because we talked about it. And I'm like, it's a pretty honest review of...
And then we talked about aging for half an hour. What if he is listening?
Well, I have moved him to Facebook.
Oh,
which is like the next step, right?
Right.
And so he knows I'm on right now, so I can't say too many things. But
yeah. Hello, dude, if you're listening.
We'll have to come up with a nickname or something.
Tinder dude.
No. Yeah. But that's all there was. I've been still swiping and trying to find some fun profile pictures.
Although that was my friend group's thing when we were in college, and maybe we were a little old to be doing this, but like if they had not a boyfriend but like someone they were seeing or someone they had like a crush on or something, we would come up with like the most basic nickname ever for them to like refer to them and be like, nobody will know what we're talking about. Nobody will know what we're talking about them. So like I had a crush on this guy who made the smoothies in the cafeteria, and so we called him Smoothie. And some guy was wearing a blue hat one day, and so we called him a blue hat. Some guy was using a pink highlighter in the library, so we called him Pink Highlighter. Like, things like that.
That's not very Sex in the City.
No, it was very...
I guess they only had, like, Mr. Big, and I don't even remember the rest of them. But
no,
Carrie always had
ours was not like that at all. It was much more innocent. Now, I wonder what... Oh, there was this guy with a pretty impressive beard, so we called him Beardy.
It's not a character's name on... I'm thinking of Big Hands, which is a British TV show.
I'm trying to think... Did we have... I'm trying to think of maybe one nickname that was maybe a little bit more creative, but I don't think we did. I think it was all just things that we saw these guys doing. And we're like, he's making smoothies. His nickname is Smoothie.
I hate to bring up The Office again, but that's what reminded me of Beardy.
Really? Oh.
Because there was a whole scene where Michael's like, I know everybody here, yeah. And they're like, who's that? He's like, oh, that's Mr. Beardy, or McBeardy, or whatever it was. It was like...
Nah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Molly.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I mean, you don't like The Office.
I mean, God knows we talk about superheroes. I don't care about superheroes. I feel like we talk about Marvel a lot, despite me not really enjoying Marvel.
What are you saying?
I don't enjoy Marvel. That's what I'm saying.
There's going to be a Lady Thor.
Ooh, cool. Does Chris Evans not want to do it anymore?
It's not Chris Evans. It's...
No, Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, yeah.
Excuse me.
Like Chris Evans.
No, Chris Evans is Captain America.
Yes,
I know who Chris Evans is. I know them.
I don't know anything else. I keep forgetting to watch the preview.
Chris Pine was in Wonder Woman. Chris Pratt was Star-Lord.
Do you have to be Chris to be involved in this whole thing?
You do have to be a Chris.
What about Christopher?
I think they...
Or Topher.
I think that's... Honestly, I kind of like Topher better than Chris as a nickname for Christopher.
I mean, I guess I'm more basic. Chris.
I don't really love Chris as a name anyway. I knew a lot of them growing up, and none of them were particularly nice.
I liked all the Chris's that I had experiences with.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a very positive association with the name. And no shade, no tea to the Chris's out there. I'm sure y'all are great.
Not all Chris's are horrible, but just the ones Molly knows.
Not all Chris's.
So if you're a Chris that knows Molly, she does not like you.
I don't like you. I actually don't know any Chris's right now. Honestly, I have not met anyone named Chris since I was a kid.
My best friend was Chris.
Where did they all go? Wait, I knew so many Chris's as a kid. Where did they all go? They all moved away.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have any active Chris's, but I was actually, now I'm thinking about it, when I was a kid, the neighbor boy was named Chris.
Yeah,
we were buddies.
I had a neighbor boy named Chris.
And then my best friend Chris, on like just a couple houses apart from each other.
Oh, wow.
And now I don't have any best friends named Chris.
No, I don't either. I don't think I have any friends named Chris. Maybe that's... If your name is Chris and you want to be my friend.
No, they're not going to want to because you just are not.
I know.
You're not going to give them a chance. You're like...
Oh, your name is Chris?
Ooh,
no,
I don't want Chris.
If I ever go on Tinder again, I'm just going to be like, oh, Chris, swipe left. That's a red flag.
So if you're Chris on Tinder and you want to, like, reel in Molly, change your name.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the good.
Where are all of our buddies?
I did find my favorite Tinder profile this last week.
Oh, I want
I've
to see
seen
that.
this before.
Okay.
He's got a picture up that says Magic Stick.
Okay.
His name is Thick 8. There's no comments. He's got this other picture is like a picture of a ruler that goes not even to 8. Like it cuts off at 7. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
No.
I don't think he's a thick 8.
No. I feel like if you have to brag about it, you're not. You know. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah. I don't know. Should I live swipe or should I?
Yeah, live swipe. Why not?
A lot of pictures of food these days.
We love that. It is Taurus season, so it makes sense.
It's what season?
Taurus season.
What does Taurus season mean?
Taurus is a zodiac sign.
Well, I know that,
it's
but
my
what does that
zodiac
mean?
sign. Oh, that means like, you know, it's within the time frame of Taurus, and so like my birthday is in Taurus season because I'm a Taurus, and one of the attributes that a lot of people associate with Taurus is like food lovers. We love food, and so
I didn't know you had a season. Like, so there's a Leo season for when I'm born.
Yeah, Leo season. That's like the time frame. So like, I think it's typically like the 19th through the 18th of any given month. So like April 19th is when Taurus season starts, and then like May 18th is when it ends, or something like that. It tends to be like mid-month to mid-month.
And people eat a lot? I don't understand what that...
Never mind. It was...
I'm going to look this up.
Cindy, it was a joke.
I'm going to have to look this up now because I didn't know that zodiac signs had seasons.
Yeah.
Like, that had certain attributes to them.
Yeah, and so, like, the Taurus season, like, the attributes given to Taurus is, like, food lover, stubborn, loyal, whatever. But, like, Aries season, you're, like, if you come across, like... If people are angry, you're like, oh, it's Aries season because Aries are hotheads, you know?
Wow. I've been blaming everything on something being in retrograde.
That's another thing having to do with it. I don't know much about it, but anyway, it was a joke. Anyway, it was a joke.
Yeah, but now I'm all...
But now
Guess
you know.
what I'm going to hyper-focus on this weekend?
Now you know.
Until I forget about it. I did copy this one. I am the type of person that does not judge people by their political associations, their vaccine status, or their past.
I do.
I don't know that you can group all that together.
No, past is really... Because, like, you could have murdered someone in the past. Like, do you forgive that? Do you not care?
Can he cook? I'm just saying. I love everyone and trust everyone until they show me or give me a reason not to.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to judge people by their political associations.
Me too.
And their vaccine status.
Me too. Unless you're someone who legitimately cannot get vaccinated.
Right. Well, of course.
Like, legitimately.
And I had one that was a gross... I hope I took... Oh.
Did you take a picture?
So I got my... It's not a D pic.
Oh.
But it's the first gross message. Now...
Actually, I think Tinder is actually pretty good about taking D pics down because...
Oh, is that why I'm not getting them?
Yeah, it's because it's not... That's not what they want on their platform. They know what their platform is for, but they don't want it so explicit, you know?
Well, so Facebook dating is a little bit different. You don't have to match with a person for them to send you a message.
Yeah.
They can send
just
you...
like, okay, keep it, or plenty of fish, which is something I don't like.
It's not... you get things like, do you... And then it's... Well, I can say, do you suck?
Nope. Yeah.
And then you didn't even put a question mark on it. And then I go through his pictures. And he's like 1,000,000 years old, first of all. And he's got a picture of, I think, his wife and grandchild. And I'm like, what? What is wrong with you? Like, we're on Facebook. I know we're not friends, but I could easily find out who you were.
Yeah, like, easily.
I'm not going to because I don't feel like dealing with it. But
no.
I just thought... So I just took pictures.
That's funny. And by funny, I mean disturbing.
I mean... Yuck. And then this is my... this guy's real optimistic. I guess no ladies want a real man who is hardworking and down-to-earth guy, 57 years old.
You're right. I don't know that.
I love country music and 70s, 80s rock. I like to go to garage sales and auctions. And... Actually, he didn't say and. I like to go to garage sales, auctions, flea markets.
Okay.
So do I.
See, that would have...
Not all at once, though.
That would have been a good profile if he hadn't led it with, I guess no females want me.
A real man.
Like, that's so combative right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, don't lead with that. I know you're frustrated with your search just because, like, women can be choosy because we have to be.
Right.
But, like, I know it's frustrating, but you're not going to get anyone with all that passive aggression. Or sometimes just outright aggression. Like,
Yeah, hide that. To, like, the third date, at least. He likes to take his boat out and go fishing, mostly overnight.
What?
Women, if you date him, please do not go out in the boat overnight.
Do not go out in the boat overnight.
You will be murdered. Right?
Yeah, you will. No, he'll murder you and, like, weigh your body down and push you overboard. Like, that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So we won't go any further.
I wish I could just go on midnight strolls or, like, fish in the middle of the night. That sounds fun. But, no. That's dangerous. As a woman.
Okay, so I'm going to live swipe now.
Okay.
All right, so this guy, I think, he says he's 78, but that is not.
Okay.
No, the picture is very young, although I don't think it's a real picture.
I applaud him for getting himself back out there. But...
I don't think he is. Well, I don't... It also says he's like 1,500 miles away. My personality has been in the foreground of my spiritual qualities. I cannot be with a woman who is rude, greedy, untidy, sadistic, a drug addict, and a liar.
Oh, okay.
If you're like one of those things, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Because he made a list and then...
What if I'm just a liar? Is that okay?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe two things. You could do two things.
Pick and choose.
Yeah. But not all of them at once.
Not all of them. And 3 is pushing it. I feel like you can have 2 of those qualities.
I guess we'd have to check with him. I'm not
but
right. So
don't.
You're like, no. Tonight is not the night I right swipe on everybody.
Oh, but that's going to be fun.
I like how low he sets this bar. I'm 34, father of 2 kids. I am a union concrete finisher, which is a good job. I have my driver's license and my own vehicles.
All right.
He should be getting a lot of right swipes, quite frankly, because that's better than most.
I actually don't care how many cars you have or even the type of car you have. The only thing I care about is having reliable transportation. If you've gotten the bus routes down, Pat, that's fine. I don't care. Or if you bike, I don't care.
Right.
Just a good form of transportation.
I would prefer them to have a driver's license, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like driving, so I feel like if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. Like, if I lived on the East Coast, which I do want to do at some point in my life, I will not have a car.
Well, I've dated people without driver's license, and it's almost always because they have an active addiction of some sort. So
oof.
That would be my like key of like, so what's your drug and alcohol history like?
like it's a job interview.
I'm only going to date you for 5 years, okay? That's all. I'm old. I can't waste any more time like that. This guy's my age. He's not bad looking. Won't post with my shirt off.
Okay. We love a modest king.
Looking for someone to try new things with. Smiley face. Love to cook and paint.
Oh, I don't like that smiley face after that.
It's not a wink. It could be a wink.
It could be a wink.
It could be an eggplant. Or aubergine. What is the name? Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Isn't that what eggplant is in English?
In the
King's
UK,
English?
In the UK, yes.
I learned that today on TikTok.
The Queen's English. They still have a queen. I almost said we. We do not.
I love to cook and paint. Dog lovers only. 420.
Okay.
You wrote this right at 420? I know what 420 means.
Cindy. Sure, Cindy.
On April 20th, I went around the office. 420 means marijuana.
What?
They all knew it already.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still going to pass.
Right.
We're going to turn this into Smash or Pass.
I don't think we can do Smash or Pass on this.
He's cute. He's not my age, though.
Is he my age?
36.
A little bit older.
It's like a picture of him, like, spray painting this cute little picnic table, like, for kids.
Oh, cute.
He's got big shoulders.
Okay.
And facial hair. He looks like a big bear.
All right.
36-year-old single dad navigating life with my daughter, 2 dogs, and a cat. I have a great job that allows me to live my life. I'm not looking for a hookup or anything temporary. I want my future with my next person.
Okay. You know what? We love knowing what we want.
Yeah. He also put a little ad in there for his business.
Oh.
I almost want to say it.
We also love self-promotion.
Yeah. That's cute. I mean, go for it. This guy's 42. I thought he had a picture of a weed, like, pot on his shirt, but it's not. It's just a college instructor and debate coach. I can't talk. I've lived all over the country and traveled pretty widely. Enjoy outdoor activities, reading, and going to the...
To the what?
He must have, like, literally is blank. No kids, never married. Beard currently making a comeback for winter. He must have written this a long time ago.
Right. It's spring now. Get with the program.
Oh, he's cute.
But he hasn't been on in a while. I don't think you're gonna...
I'm still gonna smash.
You mean swipe right?
No match. I'm trying to find ones with... This guy just looks sad. Some people I want to right swipe on just so I can say, hey, can I come over and take your picture? Because I think you'd be cuter. You'd have better luck if you didn't look down at your, like...
I've said this before, I'll say it 100 times. Men do not know how to take pictures of themselves.
They need to, like, spend a few minutes on, like, Instagram, like...
Or
girls in their 20s, basically.
Or go back in time and just take a billion selfies at age 15 like me and every other girl did.
Yeah.
Because now we know our angles.
But you can study those pictures and see how they did them.
Yeah. You try different angles out.
Remember one? Hold the camera up above your head.
Oh, yeah, you have to. Yeah, you can't just do it face on.
No.
You have to do the MySpace angle. It's called the MySpace angle. I miss MySpace, too. That was much short-lived social media.
I was only on it for maybe a year or two.
I was on it for maybe a year and a half. I got it in 7th grade, had it all through 8th grade, had it a little bit in 9th grade, but then it fell off. And then Facebook took over.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was on it and then got onto Facebook right after that, and it didn't.
Yep. I mean, honestly, a year and a half isn't a lot for me now, but back then, like, it was a really significant portion of, my teenage life, because, like, 12 to 14 is a big jump when you're 12 and 14. But yeah, so I remember it being, like, so long, but it was realistically maybe at most 2 years.
And a year of that you spent picking the song, right?
Oh, I always changed that.
Right, exactly.
I changed it like every week. Anyway, so we actually have to take a break, and then we will be back with more live swiping and whatever else we want to talk about. You're listening to the Mighty 1630 KCJJ.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Dell Small Business.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. President Biden wants to step up U.S. support in Ukraine and asking Congress for $33 billion in additional aid. CBS's Skylar Henry reports.
The cost of this fight is not cheap, but caving to aggression is going to be more costly if we allow it to happen.
The proposals include more than $20 billion to keep vital military assistance, such as artillery and armored vehicles, flowing into the country. The president also wants to make it easier for the federal government to use assets seized from Russian oligarchs to compensate Ukraine.
Your mouth feels clean, your throat refreshed.
They've been around for decades, but the FDA finally wants to stub out menthol cigarettes and phase out other flavors. FDA Commissioner Robert Califf.
These proposed product standards, if finalized, would represent a public health victory, helping significantly reduce youth initiation and increase the chances that current smokers quit.
Menthol makes up more than a third of cigarettes sold in the U.S. Moderna wants the FDA to authorize its COVID vaccine for kids under 6. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
What we know about these vaccines, though, is that what they're really good at is protecting against serious illness.
A former Minneapolis cop is now appealing his conviction of killing George Floyd. Here's CBS's Jennifer Kuiper.
Derek Chauvin says, among other things, the jury in his case was intimidated by ongoing, sometimes violent protests and prejudiced by excessive pretrial publicity. So he's asking the Minnesota Court of Appeals to reverse his conviction, reverse and remand for a new trial in a new venue, or order a resentencing. Minnesota's Attorney General has 45 days to respond to Chauvin's brief.
He's currently serving a 22-and-a-half-year sentence. A man charged with killing 18 older women around Dallas has been found guilty of capital murder in one of those cases. Prosecutors say he followed a woman home from Walmart, smothered, and robbed her in 2018. Oklahoma has passed a new Texas-style abortion bill.
The abortion bill, approved by both branches of the Oklahoma legislature, would essentially prohibit the procedure after around 6 weeks of pregnancy. It would ban abortions once cardiac activity can be detected in the fetus. That usually occurs after a month and a half. Once the governor signs the bill, the law will take effect immediately.
CBS's Steve Futterman. Police in Connecticut showed their support for a little boy that was severely burned by bullies.
It's been a lot, just watching him in this pain, and it's really been tough. All he wants to do is go outside and play, and he's asking, when can I go out and play again? Can't give an honest answer.
The boy's dad says the kids were lighting objects on fire and threw one at his face. This is CBS News.
Dell Technologies advisors are here with the right Windows PC and tech solutions so you can stop at nothing for your customers. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. And in order to maneuver it, you need an expert by your side. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PC and tech solutions you need to help you get out in front and stay ahead of the game. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy.
Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 5/28. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers.
Iowa City's News First.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and Johnson County is leading the pack. The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports that the county reported 305 new cases last week, up from 174 the week before. The positivity rate is the highest in the state, 247 positive tests per 100,000 residents. The figures are still much lower than the January peak during the Omicron surge, yet it's the highest 7-day total since February 16th. The increases are the result of a new variant called BA2. 68% of the new cases are identified as the new variant. University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics epidemiologist and infectious disease specialist Dan Diekema told the Gazette last week that the increases are of concern, but they're not expanding exponentially like the Omicron variant. Hospitalizations went from 63 to 84 last week. Just 6 of those were in intensive care. The Centers for Disease Control reports the vaccination rate in Johnson County is 72.6% among the total county population and 77.1% among those age 5 and older. Johnson County is the only county in Iowa that has reached the 70% threshold. An Iowa City man has been arrested on a warrant stemming from a shots fired incident last summer. Police responded to the Town and Camps Apartments on July 24th around 9:15 p.m. for reports of gunfire. Officers arrived at the Arthur Street complex, locating evidence consistent with a shooting there, as well as at the nearby Hills Bank branch on Muscatine Avenue. Surveillance video reportedly shows the suspect, identified as 39-year-old Daryl McGill, in the Hills Bank parking lot in possession of a pistol. McGill's cell phone was located in the area, along with a 9mm pistol. During a subsequent interview, McGill reportedly identified himself on the surveillance video, but denied possessing a firearm. Court records indicate that McGill is a convicted felon, with at least 2 third or subsequent OWI convictions. A warrant for McGill's arrest was granted on Tuesday. He was arrested Wednesday afternoon and charged with dominion or control of a firearm by a felon, a Class D felony punishable by a maximum of 5 years in prison. The interim superintendent of the Clear Creek Amana Community School District resigned this week to focus on his primary run for state senate. According to a news release from the district, Joseph E. Brown Sr. has resigned, leaving his contract 2 months early to focus on his run for the office of state senator in District 35. At a special school board meeting Wednesday night, the CCA school board accepted Brown's resignation and thanked him for his service over the last 8 months. Brown served as interim superintendent while the district continued to search for a permanent superintendent. Matt Lehman, associate superintendent for the district, has agreed to serve as the district's leader until July 1st, when Dr. Corey Seymour will start as the district's superintendent. In sports, Iowa baseball redshirt sophomore Luke Llewellyn has been named to the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Stopper of the Year midseason watch list. The Urbandale right-hander is 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA in 11 appearances this season with 3 saves. Llewellyn has allowed 5 runs on 5 hits and has punched out 9 over 11 innings. The NCBWA will announce finalists on June 8th, with the winner being named on June 17th at the College World Series in Omaha. Iowa returns to action on Friday, facing Nebraska at 7 o'clock in Lincoln on BTN. Pat Hardy will preview that series Friday morning at 9 on the HawkFanatic.com segment, right here on the Mighty 1630 KCJJ. With KCJJ News, I'm Tommy Lang.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
With a look at your forecast, I'm meteorologist Ashley O'Connor. Cloudy skies tonight, breezy with isolated rain showers and low temps in the mid-40s. Cloudy and breezy tomorrow with scattered rain, warmer with highs in the lower 60s. Rain on Saturday with a high near 70 degrees. We'll have cloudy skies on Sunday, cooler with highs in the upper 50s. Remaining cloudy on Monday with a high near 60. That's weather on the Mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now, it's 62 degrees.
You're listening to Molly Suter on the Mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Molly Suter and the other girl.
I finally got my... Sorry. I got the cans on.
That's okay. The cans?
Isn't that what they're called?
The headphones?
Don't they call them cans?
I don't.
You'll have to ask Steve later. I think it's an old person.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm 29. Well, 28.
You're not old until you hit 30.
Oh, okay.
I was busy trying to set up the Hinge account.
You have Hinge?
I don't
now.
yet. I'm trying to figure out how to set it up.
All right.
It's trying to get me to connect my Facebook, and it won't let me.
Sometimes it flops. What I like about Hinge, and the only thing that it has going for it, is the fact that there's like an audio prompt section.
That's why I wanted to do that one.
Yeah. And so I liked that. I liked just swiping through it. Obviously, I'm not on dating sites to date anymore. which I know is frustrating for a lot of people, so that's why I'm not on dating sites anymore, because I really just used it for like when I was bored, because it was like a game to me.
I've never done that.
No, we would never do that on air for content. We would never.
I mean, if I meet somebody, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, you said you were talking to some dude.
Some dude, yes.
I wonder if he's listening. Is some dude still listening?
I would love in like a couple years to recreate the TikTok trend where, people are like, oh, I went to this party I didn't want to go to and I met a husband.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yes.
Like, I just signed up for dating websites because we needed something to talk about on air.
And I met my second husband.
No, I don't want to get married.
I know you don't want to get married again.
I met my best friend.
And honestly, that's so valid that you don't want to get married again.
I met my partner in crime.
I met some dude that I tolerate his presence.
That's about right. I'm going to enable notifications.
Okay.
I'm signing, and I did sign up again. They let me sign up for Facebook after putting me on a week break.
Oh.
So I signed up for that again, and I use the same exact words that I use on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
So like the warnings there, like
right. So you just copy.
My height, weight is there. My liberal is there. So all the warnings are there.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the warnings you got to chat with me about. Oh, I will say. So part of the conversation, I don't want to go into detail about everything, but this one little part I thought was funny. We were talking about dating and, like some of the dangers of dating. And I said, oh yeah, I watch and listen to a lot of like true crime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, being exposed to too much of that, murder and true crime could be detrimental to your mental health.
Probably.
And I thought, do I tell him like that I like go to sleep listening to Snapped? Oh. And that the last like 5 books I read were all true crime related? Instead I said, I guess you've been warned.
I think if you had told him you go to sleep to that, he would have had a field day and been like, you know what?
I mean, I think I'm fine mentally, but I also explained, and I think I've talked about this with you, that I need that warning. Like, the reason why I like true crime so much is because I have to be reminded that people are horrible.
Right.
Because if it were up to me, like, if I saw some guy in the middle of the street with like a machete that was full of blood, I'd be like, oh, you okay? Like, do you need some place to wash that machete?
Oh, I would not. I'd be like, that's not good.
I do truly want to believe the best in people, but it always shocks me when I find out that someone's lied to me or like screwed me over somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So watching true crime reminds me that people are not to be trusted.
Okay.
And also I'm just really nosy and I like to figure out how people got caught.
Right.
Just in case. I need to take any... I'm kidding. We've already discussed I'm way too lazy to commit any kind of murder because, that's a lot of cleanup.
Also, I don't want to murder anyone.
Well, that too, but generally I would not want to murder people.
No.
Even people I don't like.
No. I don't like them. That doesn't mean I want them to die by my hand.
Well, you'd have to get close to them, and I don't really like getting around people that I don't like.
Exactly.
So I will set up Hinge when I was going to do it live on air, but it's kind of a lot of questions.
It's a lot, yeah.
Like, where do you live? They ask a lot of questions.
They do.
Like,
Do you ever get scared? What's your social security number?
They haven't asked that yet, but they've already asked me for my phone number, my first and last name, and my email.
Yeah. Well, they want to send you, like, you have new matches this week, Cindy.
That's more than all the other ones so far.
I don't know.
Although Facebook pretty much has everything they need on me anyway.
Right.
All right, well, back to live swiping.
I wonder if anyone has, like, had any really positive experiences with Facebook dating yet. I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if... I don't think anyone my age has tried it. I think mainly, like, older people will try it.
I'm just not seeing... I don't know if they're real good at, like, letting people know you've matched.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's real obvious on Tinder, but, like, it's just kind of messed in with, like, all of your notifications.
I
so
don't like that.
So if you're not super active on Facebook, then you may not really...
I get a billion notifications anyway, just from me, and then also, like, they lump in all of KCJJ's notifications for me as well, because I occasionally post on the KCJJ Facebook, but that's mostly for, like, lost pets and stuff. But yeah, I'm logged in on my phone, and so I get all of KCJJ's notifications on my personal notification list, and it is annoying. So that would be even more annoying.
But it's pretty much the same kind of setup, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms
you just
of like
swipe.
Pictures, the short, intro. I think they give you a little more information, like they have your height. You can put your height and stuff on there, which...
I mean, you can put your height on
but you have to
Bumble,
add it in.
I know.
You have, like on Tinder, you have to add it in. There's not a separate... Like in Facebook dating...
There's a specific height, like, section.
So they have you fill in those things, like, your age, sex, preference,
I feel
all
like
that stuff.
Age is very important. Also gender.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's age, obviously. I don't like going too young.
Right, except for our purposes here. You swipe.
I'm here to find you
you're
a
here
dude.
to find me a man?
Yeah. Well, here's
Okay,
one. He's
good
32.
luck.
Just a picture of his bottom half.
Oh.
Clothed.
Just his bottom half?
Yeah. Like, this is like the
Just
picture.
his pants?
Yeah, that's the
weird.
picture. That's the whole thing. Like him taking a picture. It's cropped.
Is he lost?
What do you mean he's lost?
Like, does he not know what's going on? Does he not
I
know
think
what's
he's
happening?
doing it on purpose because his initials.
Oh.
He doesn't have a real name. It just has an initial.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose. Okay.
Yeah, and he's just looking for a fun time.
Right. I mean, he just posted a picture of his bottom half, so...
And it doesn't even show anything.
I know, like...
Okay, you wear shorts. Good,
All
good
right.
job, buddy. I see you're in front of, I think,
You have
a
legs.
weight machine.
You have legs. Cool.
But if you're looking for a fun time, you need to show more, I guess.
you need to show at least your face. At
Well, I
least.
wasn't thinking that, but yes. Yes, I would like to see the face.
That's the most important bit. The looks that he just
Your
gave me.
idea of a fun time is way different than mine.
I'm trying to keep this PG.
I want to see
Cindy.
a picture of the last thing he cooked. That's what I want to see.
Ooh.
That's a fun time for me.
There's got to be some Taurus
Also
in your chart.
Tighter shorts, for God's sakes.
Right.
If you're going to show a picture of only your bottom half and you're going to say, I'm looking for a fun time.
Right.
Standing in front of a weight machine, I'm going to assume you want to, like, work out, and that is not fun for me.
Well, he does work out. I don't think the good time he's talking about
I don't know.
is
It's
going to
very-
the gym.
He's not clear enough. But we are going to pass.
Please be more clear, y'all.
I'm going to pass. I'm not smashing. Oh, this guy likes to kayak.
Oh, cool.
He's in my age group. Oh, actually, he's not too looking.
I thought you were saying, actually, no, he's not. He's not my age group.
He is.
Okay.
He's over my age, which is nice. I enjoy spending time outside when the weather's nice. Kayaking, cooking out, weekend road trips, and hanging out with friends.
Ugh, not road trips.
Oh, see, and I like that. I like just driving.
Listen, I only have so much free time. I don't like spending it in a car.
I like driving around trying to get lost.
That's cool.
Which is very easy for me, but still.
Oh my god. I hate cars. I think it's a dumb invention.
We differ on that.
I know.
Independent, open to a relationship, but not in a hurry. Friends first, and maybe more if things work out well.
Okay.
And non-smoker.
Okay.
Smash.
Swipe right.
I like smash or pass better. Thank you, TikTok. You ruined it for me. You got to write words so we can talk about it. There is no age on this one, but he looks maybe in his 30s.
Wait, I thought you had to put an age.
There's some that don't have any ages.
Are we talking to eternal beings here?
He does not look it. Actually, he looks closer to my age. Single, likes anything outdoors. Well, everybody likes everything outdoors.
Excuse me.
Music, travel, sitting by a fire, relaxing with a movie, good food, and good company.
Okay, sounds good.
Medical administration, which I'm assuming that's where he works.
Yeah, he works in medical administration.
It's kind of boring. The whole thing is boring.
Would you like it more unhinged? Like that one guy who is like cryptozoology.
He seems fun.
I wonder, did you hear that Bigfoot is in Shell Rock?
Shell Rock, Iowa?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Bigfoot discovered. Well, a quote-unquote Bigfoot. There was photographic evidence. I think it's probably just someone in a gorilla suit. But, like, it's funny. I wonder what he thought of those photos. The cryptozoology guy. I wonder if maybe he was the Bigfoot. Maybe he was the one who put on that furry suit.
Maybe.
He wants to be a Bigfoot.
In Iowa?
Yeah, I know. I thought that was weird too. I was like, wait, aren't they mostly in the Pacific Northwest?
Well, it's an imaginary creature. They could be anywhere, really.
They're in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay,
they're migrating. They're migrating.
Maybe the unicorn population pushed them out.
You're right.
Or the hobbits.
I feel like out of all of the animals that aren't real, you would think unicorn seems the least far-fetched to me. Just a horse with a horn. Many animals have horns. Why can't a horse have a horn?
Oh, actually, isn't there like a shark or something that has a horn in the middle?
And a narwhal? That's not a shark. That's just another marine mammal.
Oh.
Yeah, unicorns of the sea is what... It's just it's a narwhal.
You are such a nerd. I love it. Like, how do you even know that word?
Narwhal? I learned it when I was a kid. How do you not know what a narwhal is?
I thought it was a shark with a horn on its head.
It's its own animal. I think they're mostly in the Arctic.
So this one I'm going to swipe on because it's just tarot. Just giving people tarot readings.
Oh, cool.
I'm totally smashing on that.
That's awesome.
Oh, and they must match everybody.
They probably match everyone, yeah. To see who they get.
I'm still not going to message first.
Even if it's a tarot service?
Yeah. I got to keep on brand. There's a couple people that don't have their ages up.
Can't believe you don't know what a narwhal is.
I can't believe you know that.
Narwhal.
Like you remembered that from grade school.
Yeah.
This is, even if he was your age, you wouldn't like him.
Oh, okay.
Because he loves to take road trips.
Oh, no. Not for me. Is he a dog?
A cat.
Kitty.
A cat person.
Wait, I love kitties. He can take road trips by himself if he wants.
with this cat.
With the cat.
Your cats would go too, though, wouldn't they?
Yes. Take my cats and your cats 4 cats in the car. God, they would hate it.
See, and this is more my style. Like, I like to visit art galleries and see weird roadside attractions and hit the antique stores and try new food. That is totally my jam.
Yeah, that's your guy. That's not my guy.
But I don't know what his age is.
Oh.
And I can't tell. He looks like he's in his 30s, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try.
Although I was talking to my friend today, like...
Oh, it was a match.
Ooh. I don't think I look 28. I think I could still pass for, like, an undergraduate. Honestly.
I think if I worked at, I want to say the Field House, but that's not a thing anymore. What's a bar now? The Union?
The Roxy.
If I worked at the Roxy, I would card you.
Right. You would. No, I was talking to my friend today because I was like, I told her this story where I used to mentor kids in college. They were in middle school. I was in college. And so one day there was this kid that was not in the room that we met in, and so I was tasked to go find him. So I went out in the hallway trying to look for him. I eventually found him out by the buses chatting with his friends, but before I did, this teacher came out and she's like, "Did you miss your bus, honey?" And I'm like, "Oh, I am not a middle school student.
I have a driver's license.
I am in college, ma'am. Ma'am, I am in college." But honestly, I don't blame her because when I was 18, I did legitimately look 12. I just did. I don't wear makeup. I don't really do my hair, and I rarely get dressed up. So honestly, like, I could.
I will say I've seen pictures of you on Facebook when you're done up, and you look a lot older.
A lot older, yeah. But it just takes a long time to do that, and so that's why I don't do it very
And then
often.
as you get older, you have to wear more makeup to look younger. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm hoping the fact that I don't wear a lot of makeup will save my face a little bit, because it's not always clogged with like different products.
They have good products now. They don't have the liquid makeup that I had to grow up on.
Just that clogs your pores. Yeah.
And then the concealer that was just basically like putty.
Yeah.
And I clung to that liquid foundation into my 30s.
Well, I mean, they still have liquid foundation.
I'm talking liquid, like thick, like, you know, you get the big line, because it never quite matches, and I could never quite figure out. I finally have moved to like powder and like just tinted moisturizer, but I still don't wear a lot.
Yeah,
because it is a lot of work.
I hardly wear foundation, hardly at all anymore, and I'll sometimes wear concealer because I have really, really bad eye circles, eye bags. But I've always had those. I was born with them. They're genetic.
I've always had them too. Yeah,
they're genetic. Like, there are pictures of me as like a 3-year-old have just like dark circles. And someone commented, like, "Get some sleep, child." And I'm just like, I get a lot of sleep. These are just genetic. So sometimes I try to cover them up, but you can never cover them up completely. I don't think I can. I can't. And so I just have makeup on, but with the circles.
I go through phases where I try to, but I usually don't wear too much. It's a lot of work. And then you got... And I don't wash it off at night either, so.
And I'll probably I'll do eyes too. Like, I rarely bother with like contour blush or something unless I'm like taking a bunch of photos and I want to look good and not like the moon. But
I've seriously considered, and I may still do this, TikToks of me putting on makeup in the morning.
Yeah.
After like I'm 50 and I still don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I did buy a contour thing, and I had to ask my kids, I'm like, where does the dark go and where's the light go? Because you guys have all the neat toys nowadays. Like, I had like one brush that you would get out of the little blush container, you know? Like, now you guys there's sets of brushes.
You know, they still come with that, like the applicator or the just round sponge or whatever it is, but you're not supposed to use them because
they're crap.
They're better products now.
This profile's cute, what I've glanced over. He's more my age. Just a guy staring at a screen asking you to swipe right. Isn't that cute? What movie is that from?
I'm just a
boy
standing in front of a girl asking her to marry me. I don't actually know what movie that is. I don't think I've seen it. Isn't that one of the?
It's got to be a Hugh Grant movie.
Is that Notting Hill? Wait, no. Let's Google this. I've never seen Notting Hill either, and I feel like that's something I need to do because
I actually very much enjoyed that movie back in the day
because it's a rom-com, and I love rom-coms. I just haven't seen all of them. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to Google. I'm just a boy standing in front of a girl asking her to love him.
Aww.
That's cute. Yeah, it is Notting Hill. It is.
I knew it was a Hugh Grant movie. It had to have been.
Yes.
My motto: telling the truth means never having to worry about something I've already said.
Huh? I'm sorry. I'm still on Notting Hill.
Telling the truth means never having to worry about something I've already said. So basically, if you told the truth, you don't have to remember it.
Right.
Because it's the truth, and
I mean,
you don't have to.
I guess that's true.
Is what I'm thinking he's saying.
Yeah.
My second motto: everybody Wang Chung tonight. This is really cute. I have zero interest in going to a bar and spending an evening there, but I have amazing DD skills.
Designated driver.
Designated driver.
Okay.
I don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive.
Okay. What?
He almost had me.
Oh no.
I won't wear masks when not at work.
Oh, bye. Don't like that. And the only reason he's wearing the masks at work is because he probably has to.
God. He was almost the one.
You can change him. You can change him.
That's the only thing. That's the only red flag. That's the only red flag.
You can change him. Actually, no, you can't, because that shows a lack of caring about other people, and you can't change that. You can't change that.
What if...
No.
Molly. I perform my own stunts and some for you upon requests.
Oh?
I don't have tattoos, but you do, boo. No, you do, you boo.
Oh, okay.
But what if I just pretended I didn't read that one sentence? Okay, fine.
Ask him what Ask him what his thoughts on vaccines are. If he's unwilling to mask.
I am a firm believer in don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Okay, but if you don't have that answer, you're going to be dating an anti-vaxxer.
Okay, I already X'd on it. I'm not going to... I don't need you to lecture me about.
Cindy, we talked about this.
I need you. I need you to. I've often joked about anyone I date has to pass the gauntlet of people I work with and my family, and
I hope I'm one of them.
Okay, I'll bring them in here.
All right. Yep.
So, this guy's your age.
All right.
And he just says his Snapchat and. It's kind of boring.
That means he's going to ask you if you're up in the middle of the night.
My kids were saying that when they go on, dating websites or whatever, that if they don't have a Snapchat, they know they're too old.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah,
for people in their age bracket, yeah.
They're like, yeah, we know that they're over the age of whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I have a Snapchat and I'm 50.
Well, that's because you have daughters
I stalk them that way. He's adorable. He's 34. What's to say about me? Honestly, I probably eat too much, but I work out to balance it out. The best foods are grain-based foods and fajitas. Am I a generous lover? Probably not, but I try really hard. That's cute.
He's honest. Yeah. I'll give him that.
That is cute.
Should swipe right.
He's too young.
Oh, that's right. He's 34.
Yeah.
I mean, he said the best time foods are grain based.
I don't know what that means.
He just went in on his favorite foods. I think that's funny.
I know, but grain based is just bread,
I guess.
Or is he talking
bread,
good, good food,
like health food? I don't know.
Quinoa and
I don't know. I think he probably means bread, breads and carbs, And he's not wrong.
He is not. This guy's in my age bracket.
Okay.
He's a well-established and successful manager in the technology industry.
Okay.
Enjoys doing many things, especially traveling, walking, and going to Chicago for sporting events.
Okay.
I love fishing and being outdoors. I am established sports writer in my free time. That'd be kind of interesting.
Oh, cool.
Raymond.
Is it Pat Hardy?
I was thinking of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh.
Is Pat Hard? Oh.
Does
he do sports?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so I'm like, Cindy.
He used to come in right after I left.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want me to stick around? Talk about sports?
Talk about sports. One time Dad did. I came in right before the end of the show, and Jim had to go, so I had to man the board for a little bit. And they're like, "What do you think about this, Molly?" And I'm just like, la 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 la, because I don't follow sports.
I don't either.
The only sport I kind of follow is Hawkeye football, and that's just because I come by it honestly. My entire family are Hawkeye fans, and it's just been drilled into me from birth.
Yes,
and that is
a genetic trait,
and that's the only sport I follow.
Yeah, my parents never went to the games or anything, so I don't think I ever got that.
Mm-hmm.
Got that into it. There's just a lot of kind of boring ones. There's nothing fun. Oh, I only got one sentence. That's really funny. I like long walks on the beach with my girlfriend until the LSD wears off and I realize I'm just dragging a stolen mannequin around a Wendy's parking lot. He went all in. That's a good joke.
Dragging a mannequin.
But also, this website is a total waste of money and time. Why is he paying for this?
You don't have to pay. There's a free version of Tinder. I do not know any women who pay for Tinder. It's only men.
I know someone who does, but she's
Really?
also super, nosy and wants to see who likes her.
Honestly, that's valid. I've
told her a million times, stop paying for it. You're paying too much.
I will personally never, ever, ever pay for a dating app just because, I'm not that desperate. I don't need to see who's liking me that badly. I don't need a date that badly.
I won't pay for dating sites, books, or porn. You can get all of them for free.
That's true.
Also, this website is okay, we already did that part. Most of these ads are fake as F, created by that parasite reptilian piece of S, Mark F Face, or whatever his name is.
Mark Zuckerberg?
I'll log back on in 1 year and I'll guarantee not one single message. Anyway, have a nice day, dumb Fs. He started off really strong.
Wait, that's so... Yeah, you're not going to get any messages if you're calling everyone dumb Fs.
Right. And then one of the pictures is him flipping the bird. And then there's another picture of him, you almost see everything, but he crops off right at the ball sack, practically.
Oh. I don't know if you can say that.
Oh, can I? Oh.
I don't know if Steve wants you to. Probably not, but...
Well, you see almost everything, but thankfully not everything. I don't understand why. There's one I think is trying to catch. Oh, just on here looking for my girlfriend again. So, and it's just a whole paragraph about how she is getting random dudes. Oh, it's pretty intense. This is like drama. I didn't know there'd be Real Housewives drama on here.
Can you screenshot and send that to me? I want to see.
And there's a picture of, I'm assuming, his girlfriend.
Right. Oh
my gosh. I'll send that in a little bit. People, come on. That's what Facebook is for.
Yeah.
To, like, post a picture of your cheating whatever. Okay, Molly, I'm sending it by Facebook.
Okay, is there a reason you're not reading it out? Is it just because, is it, like, really personal?
It's,
or just, like,
I'm
really...
afraid to say any of the words. I don't know how to...
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some, like, abbreviations that he uses, but you look at it and you tell me.
Okay.
I am not right swiping on that one, though. That seems like a mess. Although I kind of want to find out how it happened. I kind of want to message and say, what's... I know.
Wait, I can't... No, we can't say...
I know! I got halfway through and I'm like, I don't think I can say any of this stuff.
I can say... He says, I drive truck, and when she doesn't get what she wants, she's... I'm not going to say the rest, but...
No.
I drive truck.
She goes out on lots of dates.
Yes.
And holds hands.
She meets lots of men, and she likes them, is what I'm going to say.
That is the messiest I've ever seen Tinder. I've heard stories where women will find their boyfriend or husband's Tinder,
right,
and log into it and then just write their own thing.
Yeah.
And that I would love to stumble across.
I love that. I'm like, yes, please. Just go in on him.
I mean, that is amazing.
I agree. That's... I'm going to share the screenshot with people. It's so funny. I'm sorry we can't read it out, but it's really... It's bad.
Can I post it on our page? No, I better not. No. It's got a picture.
You can post it on yours.
I don't even want to do that.
Yeah. Post it on your personal...
And I'm not that delicate. Get on Tinder, you'll see it.
You'll find it.
I'm not finding anyone else good to...
Well, I mean, most people around here are pretty normal. I feel like if we were based in, like, a pretty large city, we'd be able to find some interesting ones, for sure. But we're not close enough to Chicago to get, like, Chicago people.
I remember, this was a couple years ago, I was visiting my friend Wendy in Chicago, and my kids were with me, or at least one of them was. Katie was.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way home, I had Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
She started swiping. So there's all these Chicago people. I'm like, her and I have completely different tastes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to block a bunch of people.
Oh my god!
I'm like, jeez, Katie. I'm not seeing any other.
Where?
Oh, I know this guy.
Oh.
No. Like, I know him, so I'm not.
I hate this chair. It's so squeaky. You can just eat.
Oh, here's another. You should be active and enjoy sarcastic banter.
Oh, no. That's a no from me. I like keeping active, but if you're just going to be mean to me, it's a no.
But when you double it with sarcastic banter, I feel like you're telling me you better be active. Like, you better be fit.
That's what... I'm sorry, what?
It sounded more like like you'd better be active. Like, you better be active.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say I don't want fat chicks, but you better be active. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's code.
It is.
I am not active.
Norm. I mean, actually, I am. It's just like, I'm just not skinny. That's just not my body type.
I don't understand this one. He's got pictures of him and his family, I think. Like a bunch of kids. Him kissing a lady in a white dress. I'm assuming his wedding. And there's like no description. Like, he literally has 1, 2, 3, 4 kids.
And a picture of him on his wedding day kissing his wife?
I think so. I mean, it's
what?
A male and a female, and I'm assuming it's the same guy. Yeah, it's got to be.
Why would you post...
Well, at least put a description as to, like...
I'm married, or I'm divorced, and that's the last good picture of me.
Dude, seriously. I need more information. Because I'm nosy.
Have I told you one time when I first downloaded Tinder, I was 23, it was in 2016, and I was I was coming across dudes I went to high school with, and they still had, like, their senior pictures as their Tinder pictures, and I'm just like, we are 23, you were 17 when you got these done. Like, you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put that on your Tinder profile. And, like, some of them still had, like, football pics, and I'm just like, was that the last time you, like, felt alive? Like, this seems like content for therapy, not Tinder.
You've got to have at least a couple pictures that are recent.
I feel like the older you get, the more, like, if you include a picture from 5 years ago is appropriate. But if you are between the ages, if you were, like, my age, 23, you should not have a picture of when you were 18.
I agree. Yeah, because that's a long time.
But, like, if you're 55 and you have a picture of when you were 50, that's fine.
Good.
You know, like...
What are our thoughts on people that don't put any pictures? Like, just put, like, not their face or anything. Like, this guy has a picture of, like, a stock market thing.
Well, I swipe left just because I'm like, I can't see you.
Well,
Call me shallow, but also, like,
This guy says pictures can be shared after we match. But he's like, enjoying life with a smile every day. I'm looking for friends to laugh together. Are you the one? I work full-time and part-time professional jobs, also trading stocks on the side, but still manage to have free time and enjoy life. Financially stable.
You just not sleep.
But then pictures can be shared after we match.
Yeah.
And don't bother if you are going to match and never chat. What's the point?
Well, for our purposes.
I mean, I don't think looks are everything. But I want to know that you're a human.
I want to know that you are who you say you are, because, like, there are still catfish out there.
Right.
Like, if I'm swiping and I'm hoping to meet a 30-year-old guy, I'm not going to meet up with you, like, not showing a picture. Without you showing a picture.
Doesn't understand.
Because you could be, like, a 65-year-old guy, you know?
Exactly. Slim pickings out here.
As Olivia Rodrigo would say, God, it's brutal out here.
Apparently, I'm not attractive enough. I am one of a kind.
Know your worth, King.
I love life. I have my... I didn't say it.
You didn't say it.
I have my S together. Down to earth, fun, athletic, a lot of interests. Oh, he goes on and on. Way too many fake profiles and scammers. All capital. He means it.
He means it.
Again, I'm not getting any fake profiles or scammers.
No. It's,
like, I'm not right swiping on them.
It's just the men who get them. There's so many, like, bots who are, like, models with huge boobs, and they're like, hey, baby, what you doing?
Well, and okay, so he says he's 47.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I said earlier about Snapchat?
Yeah.
Why is everyone only uses Snapchat?
So he's swiping on younger people.
Younger girls.
Ugh,
yeah.
I don't like that.
You told on yourself there,
You
dude.
did.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have Snapchat, but I would never be like, hey, join me on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Unless I was 20.
Well, yeah. But I don't trust guys who have their age range from 18 to whatever, like, old age they have. I feel like you really only go down to 18 if you are 22 at the most. At the most. I feel like if you reach your mid-20s and you're still swiping on, like, 18-year-olds, it's weird.
Probably.
Because 18-year-olds are still in high school.
They're still
growing
their brain.
And you're past college
Yeah.
and maybe in grad school. Like, that's weird.
Well, that kind of reminds me of, like, you've seen people that are like, oh, when I'm on TikTok, it's just young girls shaking their boobs. I'm like, you know how TikTok works, right?
Yeah, that's the
like, do you not know how
algorithm, man.
TikTok works? Like, that's what you're clicking on.
That's what you're watching. Yeah.
You might want to shut your mouth and start clicking on something else.
Because, like, that's going to disappear if, like, you scroll past that.
And quit telling everybody, because you don't know how TikTok works, and we do.
Or if you can click not interested. Yeah. Occasionally videos will pop up, and I'm like, I just don't really care. Like, I get a lot of Minnesota tourism videos, and I'm just like, I'm not a Minnesota resident. I don't really like visiting Minnesota, so
you must have done something. You must have done something.
Yeah.
He's nice and hairy.
Okay.
I like beards.
There's no one in the chat room. we scared off all of our viewers.
I'm a single man with a sense of humor, just seeing what's out there. I see that a lot too. Just seeing what's out there.
Just seeing what's out there. That's valid. That's what we're doing.
Let's meet for a drink or ice cream.
Ooh.
I like those. I like that he did both because not everybody drinks.
Not everyone drinks.
Let's see how it goes because you have to have physical attraction also. Good luck if we don't match. Good luck to all of you. Hugs.
Oh, that's cute. That's wholesome.
I did not match.
Oh, yet. Didn't match yet.
I don't know, Molly.
Didn't
You're
match
so hopeful.
yet. Hey, I was right about that one guy.
I know, but he hasn't.
I was right
Messaged me back.
But I was right about that one guy.
You were. This guy I think I've seen before, and I know I've right swiped on him before. I have a master's degree in art and non-flat abs.
Okay.
I have been working on it though, so I'm not the rich and handsome man of your dreams. What I am is someone that is empathetic and caring and interested in getting to know you and hopefully make you laugh.
Oh, cute.
I have doubts if anyone actually reads these things on AM radio. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we do.
We read it out loud.
Unless it's bad, like that one thing.
I was right? I'm not saying many of them.
Yeah,
I couldn't figure out how to manipulate that many words.
No, because there's a lot of things we would have just had to abbreviate to the letter.
Yeah, there's too many letters. I don't. If anyone actually reads these things, and I assume you have swept left already in favor of some guy taking shirtless selfies. But if you are reading this, thank you, and let me know if you want to talk to someone that listens.
You were doing so well until you were shooting yourself down.
I know, but I still
based on based on something you made up in your head. That's not cute.
So now one of his pictures has a sweatshirt that says feminist on it.
Okay,
we're right swiping.
Okay. And then, can you should tell him, hey, take that out of your profile. Just let your bio speak for itself. Don't be like, I bet you've already swiped left, because that's going to be a cue for me to swipe left. I don't have time for self-loathing. Or, loathing people based off of, random things that you think up in your head. That's not...
But he didn't start with that.
I know, but still.
He, hid it in the bottom.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, I still right swiped. I didn't let you talk me out of it.
I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. I'm just telling you that's what that says to me.
You rightfully talked me out of the other one, though.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what does NSA stand for?
No strings attached.
Okay. I'm a fat dude here for NSA.
Right.
I'm certainly not the best looking, but I do think I deserve a little fun. 420 friendly.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean...
Shoot your shot.
You do.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Molly. He's your age, at least.
Okay.
Nothing else matches. Two loves of my life are my dog and racing. You like racing?
Racing what? But I love dogs. I just don't like... Is he NASCAR racing? Definitely not.
I don't know if I can tell. It doesn't have...
Horse racing?
People racing?
Dog racing?
It doesn't specify. He is family-oriented?
I'm guessing he means NASCAR. That's what I'm guessing. Or F1.
He likes Netflix and loves good food, and he's picky.
I mean, I do too. I mean, picky about what though? I can deal with a picky eater, because there's some things that I don't want to eat either. But or maybe he means picky as in I'm picky with the women that I swipe on.
Well, he said it right after the food thing, so I'm assuming he's picky about food.
Oh, right.
And that's something people should keep in mind when they're writing these things.
Right, how is that going to be interpreted? You can
run it by somebody.
I love food, but I'm a picky eater.
Give us a call when you're going to go into your Tinder profile and send us your profile, and we will proofread it for you.
Yes.
This one's a long one, so it'll be the last one.
Okay.
Picture of the beach.
Ooh, good stuff.
About me. Why no picture? Guess why?
You're married.
Yes! How did you know that?
Because I know what Tinder is.
I thought he was Chris Pratt, and he was just trying to be private.
Yep.
I'm currently married and super lonely.
That's something you need to address in couples therapy or get
Divorce
a divorce.
Court. If you are the same, married, lonely, or single and lonely, are okay with taking a married guy, or okay with talking with a married guy, take a chance.
That's different.
Why? Question mark. Should you ask? Are you looking for someone to pay attention to you? Are you tired of being ignored? Do you want to be treated amazing? Do you want someone to listen to you? Do you want to feel important? Are you tired of feeling? I think some people there's like nothing after that. There was another one like he edited it but then forgot to go back in and add something.
I thought he
are you
was
tired
just
of
saying,
feeling?
Are you tired of feeling?
No, there's like no question mark. It's like he
goodness.
just got tired of asking questions apparently. I feel like I want to write swipe on him just so I can say, could you finish that sentence?
Please.
Are you tired of feeling what? Tired of feeling what?
If you were just saying, are you tired of feeling, end that with a question mark, because that's funny. Are you tired of feeling? Yes, I am. I feel so much.
I mean, I am actually.
Yes, that's
Does he prescribe?
Relatable. That's a mood.
Let's get to know each other. Friends is fine too. I'm right swiping. No match, thank God.
Also, but why do people stay in marriages when they're like so deeply unhappy? I don't understand that.
I mean, there's the open marriages, which I'm not sure how that works. But
listen, I feel like if that works for you, cool. But I feel like open marriages only work if there's like really, really good communication and your relationship is really solid. Because if it's not, it's just gonna like bubble to the surface. There's gonna be all this like tension and distrust.
You should have that conversation before you get married. But that's not the case in that situation.
I feel like maybe a lot of people your age, I mean, and they still do, but people used to get married pretty young. And so now they're in like really unhappy marriages because they changed a lot and are no longer the same person that they were when they married that person. And rather than admit that and get divorced, they just stay in unhappy marriages.
Yeah. But if you're my age and you got married young, your kids should be adults now. So get divorced.
Exactly.
Get that divorce.
Live
your best life.
That's what my grandparents did. And of course my mom and her brothers were sad about it and were upset. But like once they're adults, you can do things for yourself. And you can't use them as an excuse anymore. Like, oh, I'm staying for the kids.
Well, and I know, like in my case, it was better that we split.
Right.
For the kids. Even though it might have traumatized them, I don't know, but...
I mean, but is it better to split, to like identify the problem and split, or just keep this tension and have the kids grow up around so much tension?
So I think it was better the way I did it than it would be to stay in it and be...
I agree.
Crazy unhappy because, for the kids.
But I also do understand, though, when people like say that, oh, I'm staying for the kids, because a lot of people who are married, like, they have the joint bank accounts, and so they want their kids to have that financial stability. So I understand that part. I understand that part of it.
Which is why I'm glad I worked throughout the entire...
But also, I'm just very pro-divorce. If it's not working for you, divorce.
I'm also pro, especially if you're a female, make sure you have some sort of financial independence.
Nest egg, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I ever get married, I'm not going to merge my bank account. I'm going to keep it. Because I have several relatives who aren't actually, like, traditionally married. They're, like, I guess, common law married. Is that what the term is? But they each have their own bank accounts. And so they still have, like, that independence.
When I was married, we had one account, but, like, all the household bills came out of it and stuff. And he made more than I did. But when we split, it wasn't too tragic. But anyway, I don't think I'd merge an account with anyone.
No.
Moving forward, I have my own stuff. I have my own independence now.
I understand historically why you did that, just because women were property.
We couldn't have our own credit cards until the 1970s.
1974.
I know.
That's crazy to me. That gosh, that's crazy.
I know.
Oh, I'm so glad I live now and not back then. I know a lot of people glorify, like, the aesthetics of, like, the past decades, but I really enjoy my independence.
Right.
And I'm glad. I mean, I wouldn't know any different if it was back in the whatevers. I would happily, dutifully fulfill my role as a woman. I think you would
have been independent. You would have been the outcast, I think.
You think so?
You'd have been like, why? Why can't I have my own credit card?
I hope so, although, I don't know. I think maybe I would have been content, but now that I have all this independence and I know what all I can do, I like the options. Anyway, on that note, we need to go. All right, we need to go now. So, thanks for listening, and we might be back next week.
Okay.
I don't know.
Play it by ear.
There might be an NASCAR race. There might be someone sick. I don't know. So, I don't know. Stay tuned. And thanks for listening. You're listening to the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Have a good night.
Bye.
From the Hertine and Stocker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and Johnson County is leading the pack. The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports that the county reported 305 new cases last week, up from 174 the week before. The positivity rate is the highest in the state, 247 positive tests per 100,000 residents. The figures are still much lower than the January peak during the Omicron surge, yet it's the highest 7-day total since February 16th. The increases are the result of a new variant called BA2. 68% of the new cases are identified as the new variant. University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics epidemiologist and infectious disease specialist Dan Diekema told the Gazette last week that the increases are of concern, but they're not expanding exponentially like the Omicron variant. Hospitalizations went from 63 to 84 last week. Just 6 of those were in intensive care. The Centers for Disease Control reports the vaccination rate in Johnson County is 72.6% among the total county population and 77.1%